Well, howdy there, hockey fans. This is your host, ID Jester. So we got some little bit of update here to our matchup hockey game going on, and got some good feedback, especially from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Has some questions about whether or not we can actually play the game with just 3 dice as opposed to 5. Um, I kind of think the 5 dice were confusing some people probably. So I wanted to see how the game flows with just 3 dice out there. Um, Obviously, we're probably going to have to do some more rolls because we won't be able to get all the results in just one roll, especially like for example, if we get a shot on goal and the shot can be blocked, obviously we don't have any defensive dice out there, so we would have to roll for that. So a little bit of change, but I want to see if it's less confusing and flows better with just 3 dice, even though, again, you'll probably need to roll more. You can also see that I've taken our charts, got a little more organized, so I'm not just pulling charts back and forth. You can see with the normal attack, normal defender chart with our position check, skill check chart, which is the charts you're going to be using pretty much all the time. And then, of course, I matched that up with our power play penalty kill, because again, you'll be using these charts a lot. And of course, now I can just rotate through the different charts without having to without having to slide them back and forth. So trying to get a little bit more organized for you guys to make things a little easier. Then, of course, we have our goalie chart down here in the bottom. All right, so let's talk about the dice since we're kind of thinking about it. So the red dice now, well, since we're rolling 3 dice, it's going to go red, black, and white. If we're doing a face-off, the black dice represents the home team check. The white dice represents the visitor team check. And then, depending on the outcome of that, we would use the red dice to determine if a random position is needed to figure out who wins the face-off. On a position check, so we're going to check, once let's say Toronto gets possession of the puck after the face-off, then the red dice is going to be used to determine the position we're going to be checking. So in this case, 6, so it's going to be the defensive left wing. So we'll just assume it's Alexander Ovechkin here. And then the black dice represents which skill we're checking. So 6 is going to be his hitting because he's the defender in this case. If he's the attacker, it would be passing, but hitting in this case. So he's got a hitting of 7. And then the white dice would represent the roll to see whether or not he passes or fails. So in this case, he has succeeded in his hit. It hit the player off the puck. And now we got to roll on the normal attack because Toronto was on a normal attack with the defender winning. So we're going to be using this side. And we would use the red dice to determine the outcome of the play. In this case, it's a play stoppage. And of course, at that point, we would have another face-off, etc. So that's how that would go. So we're going to try with just the 3 dice. Again, I'll kind of go a little bit slower in the beginning. I do have created I actually had this in one of my hockey files, and I just happened to come across it. This is kind of just a generic score sheet for me, so I can keep track of things. So like exactly like the 1940, I can say, okay, the visiting team had line 1 out. Let's actually go cap blocks here. Line 1 out, and the home team had line 1 out. So it was going to take me a little time to keep track of all this stuff, but it will also keep track of who was on the ice, which positions, so it won't have any of that going on. Then, of course, keep track of penalties and time and score. And then, of course, we can, put in here Toronto. Maple Leafs. Obviously, we can make that a little bigger because, whoa, that's a little bit too big here, Cowboy. Still a little bit too big, really. There we go. And then, oops, still too big. All right, way too big. There we go. Washington Capitals. And we'll put that up at about 16 as well. Will it fit? Yeah, well, all right, there we go. All right, so, yeah, so I'm just going to slide that aside. Every once in a while, I might bring that back over. So let's do some more examples here for you guys. Show you the flow with the 3 dice. I think, the more I thought about it last night a little bit after the question was posed, do we need those extra dice in there? Because obviously more dice is a little more confusing because now you got to try to figure out. 3 dice are way more manageable because I was just sitting here practicing earlier trying to see. So let's go through some plays and see how things flow out there. So we got a face-off at the start of the game, and we roll, and we're just going to say both teams put their number 1 lines out. Toronto is the visitor. Washington is at home. So the home rolls a 7. Backstrom, he's a face-off 7, so he passes. Defender rolled a 2. He's a face-off 5, so they both pass. So they're fighting for the puck. It results in a loose puck. Then we look at the red dice. The red dice determines 1 to 5. It's the home team. 6 to 10 would be the visitors. And in this case, it would get 1 to Alexander Ovechkin, position number 1. Obviously, since there's no power play, we don't have to worry about whether or not that player's on the ice. But we do, anytime there's a power play and there's a loose puck, you always have to look at the number, the position number, because if that player is not there, then they can't obviously get that result. So Washington wins the face-off. Line 1 for both teams. And now we're going to be doing our check. So first thing we do is we look to see what player is being checked. In this case, 3. 3 is the offensive right wing, TJ Oshie. We're going to be looking at the black dice, and he's the offensive player. So it's the offensive skill, TJ Oshie. Offensive skill is 7. He rolls a 2, so he is successful. So we are now going to normal attack, and the outcome is a 4. Keep possession of the puck. So no shot on goal, just possession of the puck. Washington keeps it, dumps it in the zone, etc., and we move on. All right, so that was 20 seconds in the game. Next 20 seconds, we're going to look at position number 1, Alexander Ovechkin. We're going to be checking his offense. He rolled a 9. He failed. So defenders win. So we're going to look at defenders win here. Defenders win. It is a 4, so they take possession of the puck. Another 20 seconds off the clock. I've got to type in. Each team had L1, L1 so that's another 20 seconds off the clock. We're down to 19:20 left in the game. Oh, no, first period. All right, Toronto has possession of the puck. We're going to look at position 8. That is the defensive right wing, TJ Oshie. We're checking his 6, which is his hitting skill. TJ Oshie is a hitting of 5. He rolls a 1. He's successful. So again, we're looking at the defenders win their matchup. In this case, the result is another 3, so it's a play stoppage. And that is 1 minute of game time gone off. Both teams had line 1s in there. So we have 19 minutes left to go. So 3 plays we just did in really like 3 or 4 minutes. So not horrible. I am going slower because I am talking and such. So we got a neutral zone face-off. Both teams are bringing out their number 2 lines just to make things easier for me. Number 2 lines. Face-off, number 2, home team, Kutsev, has a face-off 4. He fails. And Bozak has a face-off of 7. He wins his face-off. So when one team wins and the other team loses, they automatically get possession of the puck. We don't even need to look at the red side and dice. So Toronto wins the face-off. And these would be things that I could keep track of on my score sheet here. If I, hopefully, Monday I'll take this into work and see if I can get some time. So we got line, I gotta hit on my spreadsheet here. Line 2. Again, line 2, I'm just keeping track. All right, so no time off the clock here, but, whoa. Hey, Legends of Kalasia. Yes, I'm sure. No, exit. Quit. Yes. Quit. I don't even know how you started, dude. Oh my god, I must have clicked on an icon on my desktop or something. That is funny. All right. Toronto has possession of the puck. I don't even know. Let's re-roll because that was like weird. All right, Toronto has possession of the puck. So 6. That's going to be defensive left wing. We're going to be testing his 8. So 8 is his takeaway. His takeaway is a 5. He rolls a 5. So once again, defenders win the matchup. And the result is an 8. That's an 8. So defenders, in this case now, Washington's going to get a shot on goal A. It is going to go to player number 9, which is going to be our left defenseman, Carl Alzner. And it is a shot A. He's got a 3. He rolls a 7. So the shot by Alzner goes wide. And we have a loose puck. And the visitors, home team, visitors rolled higher. They get possession of the puck. So Alzner's shot goes wide. Toronto gets possession of the puck. Another 20 seconds off the clock. And away we go. So we're testing position number 1. So offense this time, Zach Hyman. We're testing his 8, which is going to be his skating. Zach Hyman's skating is a 4. He rolls a 2 and is successful. So normal attack, offensive win this time on the chart. And the outcome is an 8. So it's going to be a shot on goal B. The shot is going to position 10, which is going to be our right defenseman, Jake Gardenier. And it's a B, so he has a B of 4. He rolls a 5, so just misses it. Shot on goal misses. A rebound, or not rebound, but loose puck goes to home team 1, visitor team 7. So shot on goal missed, and Toronto gets a rebound. So another 20 seconds off the clock. Boom, boom. And line 2's been out for 2 plays now for each team. So this will be the last play they're out. So 7. So that's going to be defensive center, Kutsev. We're going to be testing his defense. Kutsev's defense is a 4. He rolls a 4. So he won his matchup. And even though he was below average, he still won the matchup. And the result is going to be a 1. So it's going to be a penalty check. So we're going to be checking penalties. Penalties are going to be going to position number 4. In this case, let's see, how do I see? This is where having the 5 dice helps, right? So the penalty checks are going to go to offensive position 4 and defensive position 10. So 4 is going to be Alzner, and Gardenier get into it. Now we got to roll, and we got to find out whether or not Alzner and Gardenier pass their check. So Alzner is a 7. He failed his check because he rolled a 9. And Gardenier is a 7, and he failed. So 2 minutes each for roughing. We're actually going to type that in here. That was the last play Actually, this is not the final of the play because it was a result check. We still need to find out what happens after the penalty check. Oh, it's going to be because both teams got a call. It's going to be yeah, that will be the end of it. When both teams fail their penalty check and both teams are sending a man to the box, it's over. Nobody can take a shot on goal, so we might as well. That was all line 2 stuff. So penalty visitors, Jake, Gardiner. The timing on that was going to be exactly 2 minutes gone. So we got 18 minutes approximately. You know, you can get fancy and go, 1802. Let's say 1802. Why not? And penalty for the home team is going to be on Carl Alzner, right? It was a 4, yeah. So Carl Alzner, Alzner, and 18. Oops. 18:02. There we go. So you can kind of see what we're doing here. So the first minute of play, it was line 1 for both teams. Line 1 for both teams, 18 minutes. Line 2 for both teams. Then we had the penalties at 18:02. So roughing 2 minutes each for both teams. Both teams are going to bring in their line 3 for both teams. And we're still skating 5 aside. No power play there, as both teams have a man in the box. All right, so line 3 versus line 3 here. We've got a couple minutes going in the game already. So we look at face-offs. That's going to be a fail, and that is going to be a fail as well. So they had a 5, he had a 7. Both of them very good, but they both failed. So random dice here. The red tells us it's going to go to the defensive team. So Toronto wins the face-off after a scrum, and we keep going. No time off the clock, obviously. So we're going to check out the defenders here. Position number 8. That is going to be right wing Tom Wilson. We're going to be looking at his defensive skill. So Tom Wilson's a 5. He rolled a 7. So defenders lose, offense wins. So on this side of the chart over there, Wilson couldn't beat his man. So the outcome is going to be a shot B. The shot B goes to position 4, so that's Roman Polak, and he's got a B of 3. He shoots a 6, so he misses the net. And we are going to have a loose puck result. Home team rolled a 10. Visitors rolled a 6. So Washington gets the missed shot. They have possession. That's 20 seconds off the clock. All right. Washington has possession. We're testing the defensive Roman Polak. We're testing his defense, and his defense is a 5. His defense is a 6. He rolled a 5. So defenders won their matchup. And take possession of the puck. The outcome is going to be a 3. That's going to be a play stoppage. So play stoppage, another 20 seconds off the clock, L3. And actually, they were out there for 40 seconds. 2 plays, 40 seconds. So both teams are going to now come back with their line 1s with 17:20 to go in the first period. Still, no shots on goal, as we've had some wild Willie action going on here. All right, both teams bring out their number 1s. Face-off failed by Washington, and he is a face-off of 5. He rolled a 4. So Toronto wins the face-off. Matthews beats Backstrom. Second time Matthews have beaten Backstrom now. And Toronto gets possession of the puck. No time off the clock. Still going down from 17:20 to 17 minutes gone. So we're testing the defender here. That's going to be Backstrom. We're going to look at his defense. His defense is a 5. He rolled a 10. That is too high. He fails. So offense win, defensive loses. And it is a result of 6. So the result of 6 is going to be shot A. Shot A to position 10 is going to be Zetsav. He's got a shot A of 3. He rolled an 8. That's too high. Another missed shot. And loose puck goes to home team rolled a 7. The visitors rolled a 3. So home team gets possession of the puck after another missed shot. So that is 3 minutes gone in the game. And 1 minute left in the 2-minute penalty to Gardner and Alsner. All right, keep going here. So Washington has possession. We're going to check the defender here. That's going to be Morgan Riley. We're going to check his 6. So that's going to be his hitting skill. Morgan Riley's at 4. He rolled a 2. So Morgan Riley hits the defender off the puck. And what happens after he does that? It's a 7. That's going to be shot on goal. So they have possession of it. Shot on goal for position 3. That's William Nylander. He has, it was a shot A. He's got a 3. He rolls a 4, so just misses his shot. I think it was an A. Pretty sure it was an A. So Nylander rips a wrist shot wide. And we have a loose puck situation. So home team Washington rolls an 8. The visitors rolled a 9, so they get possession of it. That is going to be line 1. Oh, I gotta click back over on the spreadsheet. Line 1. Line 1. All right. So Toronto's still possession. 16:20. We're coming up on 16:20 mark. All right, so we're testing 3. That's Nylander. We're testing his skating ability. He's a 7. He rolled a 9, so he fails the test. In that case, the result is going to be a 6. So Washington takes possession of the puck. Another 20 seconds off the clock. Getting down to the 16-minute mark, and the penalties will be over after this play. And also, yeah. All right, so Washington has it. We're going to be testing Backstrom and his offensive skill. Backstrom is a 7. He rolled a 5, so he's successful. So success for him. And the outcome is a 2. Ice the puck. Boop. That is going to do it for. Oops. I gotta remember to keep clicking back out here. So that is 1, 2, 3. That is 4 minutes gone in the game already. Penalties would be over. So the defenders can come back onto the ice. Jake Gardner and Carl Alsner. And in fact, both teams will bring out their second lines now that Gardner and Alsner are back on the ice. So line 2s for both teams. We got a face-off going on here. All right, so the home team passed his check. The visitor, he has a P7, or I'm sorry, F7, face-off 7. So Bozak passes Kutsev. He's got a 4. Both of them hit exactly what they needed. So they both passed. So there's a scrum for it. It goes to 7, which is the visitors. No time off the clock. So Toronto has possession. We're going to test defenders. Left wing, Marcus Johansson. We're going to test his hitting skill. His hitting is oh, that's a mistype. Can't be an 8, only a 7. Didn't matter, he has a 1. So Johansson knocks the defender off the puck and gets possession of it. The outcome is going to be a 3, another play stoppage. So that was 1540, team T2, L2, L2 for both teams. All right, And away we go with the face-off. Both teams just keep their twos out because they were only out there for, 10, 12, 15 seconds. Face-off. Won by Kutsev. Bozak, he wins again. Strong face-offer. So random goes to Washington. So scrum for the puck as both of the face-off men won their check. All right, so Washington has it. We're going to be testing Justin Williams. We're going to be testing his passing skill. He is a pass of 6. He rolled a 9, so Justin Williams failed his check. So defenders, let's see what happens here. They got a 10, so that's going to be a shot on goal C. That was a 10. And it goes to position number 3, which is, what do we have? Line 2's out here. Mitch Marner. C is a 6. He rolled a 9. Oh my gosh, that was a 9. So he misses his shot. And we got a loose puck result. That's our 5th missed shot so far. So home team rolled a 7, visitors rolled an 8. So after the missed shot, L2. After the missed shot, Toronto keeps possession of it. This time we're testing 4. Oh, that was a 4, which is going to be Matt Hunwick. And we're going to be testing his 2, which is his offensive skill. Matt Hunwick, offense is a 4. He rolled an 8, so he fails his check. Normal attack, offense loses. What happens? 7. So Washington brings it back down. They get a shot A off. A goes to position number 9, and A is a 3. He rolls a 4, so another missed shot. And it goes to a loose puck. Home team 9, visitor team 9. So both teams rolled a 9, so that means it's a play stoppage. Someone fell on the puck, and the refs blew the whistle. So once again, L2. We have used up. Oops, just to show you here. Slide this over. Yep. So we had line 1 come out, and then we had line 2, then we had line 3s out there for a little while. Line 1s came back out, and then we had lines 2. So we're down to right at the whistle with 15 minutes left in the game. So we've gone through 5 minutes of a period. So, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1/4 of a period. And going slow, obviously. I think I like the 3 dice. It's like I said, it's going to cost us a few more extra rolls, but it's easier to figure things out. So I think that was a good suggestion by Bleacher Bums Gaming to kind of reevaluate that. So, yeah, I don't mind the extra rolls. You'll especially see the extra rolls when we get to, if we ever get a shot on goal, because we're going to have to re-roll a couple times to get the shot on goal. So hopefully we'll get a shot on goal here to show you how that would, instead of being like 1 roll, it's going to be like 2 or 3 rolls. All right, so it's home team rolled an 8. Oh, no, go away. 8. So he failed his check. Visitor. Oh, I forgot to say. Let's see. That was line 1 and line 2. So both teams are going to bring out their line 3s again. That's what we'll do. All right, so line 3s. Home team failed. The visitor rolled a 4, and he is a face-off of 5. So once again, Toronto. Kadari beats Beagle in the face-off circle for Toronto. And Toronto has possession of the puck. And we're going to be testing 5, so that's going to be the right defenseman Connor Carrick. We're going to be testing his 7, so that's going to be his passing skill. Carrick is a pass. Ooh, 3. He rolled a 9, so he failed. And the outcome is a 5. So Washington takes possession. 20 more seconds off the clock. All right. This time we're testing. Wait a minute. Wait. What happened? It was a take possession of puck, right? Yeah, Washington. I think Washington took possession of the puck. All right, all right. 7. So defenseman. It's going to be, or it's going to be the centerman actually. Kadeem Kadari, testing his hitting ability. He's a 5. He's a 3. So Kadari comes in, makes a good check, takes that puck away, and the outcome is a 4. So they just take possession of it. 4. Take possession. We can ignore the other dice. Oop, another 20 seconds off the clock. L3, L3. All right, go, go, go. All right, this time it's going to be 10. So Brooks Orbick. And here we're testing his hitting. Orbick is a 5. He rolled a 6. So we have the defensive lose, offensive win chart. So Toronto, outcome 5, keep possession of puck. So once again, 20 seconds off the clock. No shot on goal. Actually, we have not had an official shot on goal yet, as we've had like 5 or 6 missed shots. All right, so position number 1, Connor Brown. We're testing his offensive skill. He rolled a 2, so Connor Brown succeeds. Can he give Toronto an actual shot on goal here? 7. Shot on goal A goes to position 1 himself, Connor Brown. He's only a 3. He rolled an 8, so another missed shot. And we have a loose puck. Loose puck won by Washington, 9 versus 5. So another missed shot, and that's going to be it for the line 3s. They actually played, probably should have switched already, but so everybody's going to bring in line 4s here. So they haven't made it into the game yet. Okay, so line 4, 8. That's going to be Nikita Shikinov. Oh, there is no defensive pair 4, so we're going to go 4s and 2s. 4s and 2s. 4s and 2s for both sides. All right. So 8 is going to be Nikita Shikanov. He's got a 8, 8, 8. That's going to be a failure. So he has failed. So offensive team wins the check. It's an 8. 8 is a shot on goal B. It goes to position 8, which is going to be Brett Connolly. He is a 6. He is a 4. Yay! But I have also adjusted the chance of getting block shots down. It used to be 2 when you went, let's go, blitz attack. Used to be a 2, and then normal would be a 4, and then safe would be a 6. I've changed that now to blitz attack is a 2, and normal attack is a 3 or less, and then safe is a 4. So 3 or less, this is a 4, so it's no block on the shot. So this one is coming in. So first shot on goal, Brett Connolly for Washington here. Woohoo! All right, so here's how we do the goalie chart now. So we know there's a shot on goal coming in. So this would be where the shot ends up. And then this dice would be where the goalie is looking for the positioning of the shot. And then we will find out whether or not he is successful or unsuccessful. And then we'll re-roll the percentile dice for the shot. So that's how this goes. So we got to re-roll. We know there's a shot coming in. There's no block. If there was a block, we would have to roll for that first, but there's no block. In this case, the shot comes in on the top right. Goalie is looking at top left, so he is adjacent, so he does get the better result. He doesn't get the automatic save. So he gets he's in position to make the save. And this was a shot B. So 0-1 to 0-7. It's a goal. It's a 0-1. Oh my gosh. Brett Connolly on the first shot of the game tallies one in. These are line fours, and this is the first play that they have actually been in the game. Brett Conley scores for Washington. Brettconnolly for Washington. And the time, slide this over, would be between the 13-minute and 13:20. So we'll just, we'll go just for, 13:05 of the first period. Actually, yeah, that's right. All right, so that's a good overview for you guys there. Let me know what you guys think of the new outcome there, and we'll see you guys soon. So thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see what happens. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.